BunDat podcast.
AJ Raw, the artist formerly known as King Aries,
Wait, what?
now officially known as King Aries.
What?
I added an extra space.
A pause?
I added an extra space.
I guess we doing the pause thing, alright. And you are now tuned into
BunDat podcast.
And today, as we discussed earlier in the week, there's some things we gotta speak about, man.
Yeah, you were saying you want to talk about how women deserve nothing.
No, that's not. No.
On the phone.
No,
They don't deserve the damn thing.
I didn't say that. I really didn't say that.
They don't even deserve for you to smile at them. They don't deserve nothing.
I didn't say any of it.
It's like you have 10 reasons why women deserve
Don't
nothing.
listen to
We
him.
just spoke on the phone.
He trying to get me in trouble. He trying to get me in trouble. That's what he. No.
Oh, so what you say is women deserve everything?
Oh my dick. Okay, now you tripping.
you one of those?
No, man.
Kevin Samuels would be ashamed of you.
Hell no. We not doing either, man. I give what I can give.
Oh, women deserve something sometimes.
Yes, I think that's the correct balance. That's not, you don't give them everything and you don't give them nothing. Like, what the hell? That's wild. If you with someone, try it. Try it. That's how I see it. I'm not saying give them a damn McLaren. Like,
No?
who can
Women
afford
don't
to-
deserve McLarens?
If I can't get one before you, what?
You only give a woman something you can get before her?
No, you know what I mean. Stop trying to get me in trouble. This is how you get me in trouble every week, man. Every week you get me in trouble like this,
So
man.
asking questions.
But yeah, what was the topic? Because I can't remember it, but I think it was something that I seen online, and I said we was going to talk about it this weekend.
Yeah, you was like, yep, definitely shooting. I was like, facts.
Yeah, no. Yes, there's a few things, man. First of all, that Hurricane Katrina thing, we definitely got
Yeah, I
to
never
talk
knew
about.
about that.
Which is like, I still have to watch the whole thing, but
I never knew that was happening.
that's wild. Like, why was our people being hunted down after a hurricane?
With was it impunity?
Like,
So it was
how?
legal.
How is that even? How is that legal?
George Bush.
Can somebody explain how? Because
Kanye knew Simon when he said that statement.
but would they force him to apologize for?
No one can force Kanye to do anything. If Kanye apologized, he wanted to. Because there's a lot of stuff Kanye has not apologized for. So no one can force him to do anything.
Looks like we started now.
For East to West?
Do you buy the whole? He's back now because he left Kim and he making albums in stadiums and
When he was doing the stuff he was doing,
yeah.
Kim wasn't on camera. When he was tweeting, it wasn't Kim's account. When he was saying the things he was saying, Kim wasn't there. She was at home.
Well.
When he was on stage having rants, Kim wasn't on stage. So it was all him. I don't know how people think Kim has something to do. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, we can not like Kim, that's fine, but
Yeah.
that's a grown man, and unlike other grown men, he's a billionaire as well. So he has all his power, he makes his decisions, like, do you know what I mean? He's very, very strong on his views and stuff, and we need to stop making excuses for adults. Especially multimillionaires who can actually make stronger decisions than you. Do you know what I mean? So we can not like Kim, but let's not act like Kim wasn't involved in some prison rehabilitation, trying to bring people out, whatever. Even though she's trying to take credit for it, she's involved in that.
Yeah.
While he was doing what? You see what I'm saying? So if you look at it, it's like, I will always not like Kanye more than I don't like Kim. Because Kim helped some stuff. Do you know what I mean? Kim can help. So, Kanye what, doing Sunday service, church?
Hey. And that's not even, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's even real church for real. I don't get that. Like, I don't, what kind of environment that is, or how he went from, Jesus to.
He called himself Yeezus, like, do you know what I mean? Kim never called herself Keezus or some shit. Like, the guy is.
What'd you say?
Keezus or some shit. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like Kanye is a million times worse than Kim.
Mm.
So with or without her, he's a detriment to the world. Not to society, not to the world.
Damn.
Kanye West is a detriment to the world. You know what I mean? If you can like R. Kelly's music and still be like, yo, that's some really messed up stuff he's got going on with these young girls, then no matter how much you feel about Kanye's music, you can be honest and be like, this guy's a detriment to the world. No one should follow his example, because anytime something hits the fan, there's the excuse of the wife or the excuse of mental illness, or is it bipolar? You know what I mean? He's got all these things. He's never accountable. He's a middle-aged woman. That's what Kanye West is.
Hey, well, hey, that's the take on Kanye.
Facts.
But no, I'm really getting tired of what's going on. I think I remember now what I wanted to talk about. They're doing this thing again where they're trying to put incentives in our age range of people taking the vaccine for some reason. Now, I find it peculiar and really strange that you offer up all of these things that we had for free in the first place, or that we could get anyway, like going to clubs, cars, travel, and basically all of the things that were at our disposal prior to everything going on. Now, sorry, orange juice break. Don't get mad. We're human. And now all of a sudden, it's become an incentive. And I think people are not really catching the deeper play here. If you can offer up things, services, and places, and transport, and things of that nature for free for us to take a vaccine, does that mean that people that refuse to take this thing are then not going to have access to those things?
Yeah, that's literally what it said.
Because you can't use what we already have as an incentive for us to take something that you guys still haven't figured out yet. That's paralyzing people. It's making people worse, killing people, and things of that nature. This is no conspiracy. This is facts. There are people coming out. There's so many people talking about the different side effects and the deaths of their close family members. There's massive protests around Europe and around the country about these passports and things of that nature.
Vaccine passports, yeah.
Slowly people are being deprived of their genuine human rights and the option to pick, the option to choose. It's becoming more and more of a dictatorship instead of a democracy. Shout out to Russell Brand, we can't watch this video on it. And I believe we got to speak on it. Like, how do you take a country that's based on this democracy, a world that's based on democracy, and turn it into a dictatorship for something that you don't even understand yourself, that hasn't even been FDA approved, and somehow you're putting laws and legislations in place to mandate something that literally doesn't work, and people are also coming out, doctors, lawyers, pharmacists, and of the like, saying things like, this thing does not stop coronavirus, it does not change coronavirus, you can still spread it, you can still get it, so what's the point? They've legitimately come out and said it does not stop the virus, and if you have taken your due doses, you can still spread it, and you still have to do the mandated masks, and you still die anyway. Also, quick side note, if you know somebody that has virus, don't use any of their stuff. If they drink tea from a certain mug, don't drink from it. If they drink water from a certain bowl, don't drink from it. Especially if you haven't done anything prior. If you aren't looking after yourself and your immune system. Orange juice. If you're around people, clients, if your work environment, GM saying, is linked or close to people within that environment, make sure you are guarded up, because that's how some people may catch it without knowing. So you guys gotta be super duper 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 protective, and I just want our people to pay attention to what's going on. The fact that Boris Johnson continues to lie and lie and lie, and he's not being held accountable, I think is really sad at this point. I do. He's supposed to be the prime. This is why I was against him being the prime minister. This is why. How long has it been? I think it's been about 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since he's been prime minister, and not one positive thing has happened since. Not one. We've seen how he acted in crisis. Imagine you have crisis meetings for a potential threat, and you could have planned at least 2-3 months in advance to lock the country down, to stop things from happening, and maybe even cut some of these cases out and have a full lockdown. This dude was, what, 3-4 months late? And only started locking the place down when everyone else did it. He saw Sweden was not playing no games, locked down. All these other countries weren't playing no games. No, you can't come to our countries. He still had everywhere open, still take trips, do all this rubbish. And then we had a lockdown for a first year. Then we had a semi-open-ish reopening just to boost his economy, because what he's not telling you is they actually can't afford to lock things down, because if they do that, the economy is either going to crash or plummet significantly, which means that they need us to generate things like income tax and things of that nature.
Even if you die doing it.
Yes, they need to track our NI numbers. We need to generate some sort of revenue just so that they can sit down and have discussions on whether kids can have free school meals or not, just for them not to give the kids free school meals.
While they have free lunch in those meetings.
Whilst they get all the privileges. Imagine people of privilege discussing whether people without privilege should have privilege.
Do you want to hear something crazy that came out yesterday?
I think it's mad. And that's what I wanted to talk about. I'm going to finish my point. I think it's nuts that some people are still trying to defend this guy. Still. And all he's done is show you lot that he should have never been a country representative. I remember in the 2008 Olympics, he was a representative of England. And he looked stupid then. It meant 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 12 years later, he's the PM.
Grooming.
Wow. This is crazy. Pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention for yourself. Don't watch the news, right? Don't read the newspaper. Go and do your own research and look for yourself and see. You make the choice and tell me whether we're better off with somebody like him in office when we're in the middle of a pandemic, and see what actions he's taken and what we're doing. There was a live with a coronavirus initiative. This is what they're doing. This is unfathomable. It's actually wild. It's crazy to me.
My corona playing out.
It's crazy. My bad.
Need my shot.
Stay locked in, bro. Have your orange juice. I just come back from work. I gotta take this. I'm just saying. Over. I'm through the legs and passing the ball until you hang it, man. My bad.
So apart from incentives, they're now bribing. So now you can get stuff like free pizza and stuff if you're in the younger age group, the 20s and stuff. Yeah, free pizzas and other stuff. If you're in those age groups and you take the vaccine, which makes you just immediately, anytime someone tries to bribe you to do something, it's never for anything good.
Ever.
Because they're not. Remember the whole thing was obesity and gotta keep the weight loss down and the sugar and stuff. And off the back of that, here's free fatty foods.
This is what.
Because we want you to. We're saying this vaccine is for your health. And It's gonna keep you healthy.
Right.
So here's free fatty foods if you take this healthy vaccine. So I'm gonna say something that we all have to admit, whether you like it or not. You have to admit it, yeah? At the start, when the conspiracy theorists were saying this is not about health, whether this is about control, like you're saying, it's not about whether the vaccine works or what, it's about getting you to comply, it's about control, taking your human rights away, all these things. This is about the economic system, the banking, whatever. And people are like, shut up conspiracy theorists.
There they go again, right?
Now, we're here, where it's like, the conspiracy theorists were right all along.
What's up now? Because we were saying this 2 years ago. Y'all are welcome to go and scroll back when I was wilding on him back then. You lot are welcome to go check old school episodes where we was bugging. They're all classics. Go watch them. You lot are welcome to go back and see how against this man being in charge of the whole country I was. I was going in on all of them. Because in my brain, they don't have our best interest at heart. They have their best interest at heart. Dawn got kicked out of the parliaments because she told the truth. What does that say about parliaments?
You gotta like to stay in.
Right? Guy Fawkes don't look kind of crazy anymore, does he?
If only he had flour, the world would be different.
Like, really think about all the things and the people that went against the government that they deemed crazy. Is Dawn crazy now? Is she? Because she called out Boris Johnson.
Crazy
she got,
and anti-Semitic.
She got kicked out of. She got kicked out of Parliament because she told the truth. Because Boris Johnson was lying, and she pointed out the fact that he was lying, and they kicked her out because of that. This Madam Deputy Speaker warned her 3 times. She stood up every time and said, "I'm aware." Boris is lying. They kicked her out. So are you telling me we've entrusted our whole well-being and the rules that allow our government to govern these things and the legislation, all these House of Lords, they all BS it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time. I don't think people realize how important that is. That is the first time I've seen that, where she can get up and be like, all right, he's lying.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, watch your words. He's lying. I'm warning you, watch your words. Because this is basically the simplified version. There's another technical way that they were talking back and forth. I don't have even the mental capacity to really even speak exactly like how they were talking to each other. But it was basically, he's lying, watch your words. He's lying, watch your words. He's lying, I'm a warning the final time. If you do not watch your words, then you will be removed from the House of Parliament. And she stood up again and said, he is lying. And they kicked her out. What's Boris been lying about? When our actual deadlines is going to be for us and the country to open back up again? If the viruses, how much deaths are behind the viruses? Mm-hmm. If the vaccine actually works or not? Plans and steps for Brexit? The future of the country? He lied to the Queen's face. To the Queen's face. So, I don't think it's remiss for somebody like Dawn to get up and be like he's lying. Because if she don't, who gonna do it? Because everybody else was sitting on their behind or comfy and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay with the fact that he was
very important, because that was a lot of people in that room.
And what party is she for again? Bigger than that, what are they all doing there? If she can flat out call out Boris for lying, out of everybody, male and female, white, black, Asian, it didn't matter. Mm-hmm. One black woman said, I've had enough of this.
Big yourself up, women, because time again it showed it took a house full of men.
Madness.
Complying. First of all, it took a woman to have the backbone.
Yes.
So big up yourself, women, again. Second of all, took a black woman.
Wow.
Big up yourself, sisters. Like, you know what I mean? To have backbone. Because everyone else is worried about their... Because this is a job. They're worried about their political careers. They're worried about pushback or whatever. And like I said, it took a woman.
Crazy.
Yeah? And it took a black woman. So big up yourself, women. Because time and time again, you lot shown backbone when certain men just complying. And then big up yourself, sisters, because it took a black woman to say, you know what? I'm going to stand for something.
I think it's wild. Bro. The incentive, like the way things are going, pay attention to this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's getting more and more difficult to be a regular human with human rights. To go, actually, see my cousin die from a heart attack right after he took the vaccine. I'm good. Actually, I've been good this whole time. My immune system's up. I've done all the tests and I've come back with negative results, not positive. So why am I taking a vaccine? I'm straight. Actually, people have gone numb from the waist down. My skin's had a bad reaction to this Pritzer vaccine that you guys keep giving us, telling me I have to take 2 doses or something when people been messed up off of 1, and I'm not comfortable with that, especially if it hasn't been mandated by the FDA. What the hell am I taking this thing for? You know what? I'm straight. And I still want to be able to work, and I still want to be able to provide for my family, still want to be able to generate some income, because it's my basic human right. If I'm putting in the hours, if I'm showing up on time all the time, I've taken my test and nothing's wrong with me, but for some reason, just because I'm not doing what you said that I should do, and I have a choice to say yes or no, and because I've said no, you are now going to take away everything that I've worked on prior to this. It's wild. It's totally disgusting. It's completely out of order. Nobody, again, and I hate this, it made me more and more sad the more I realize that everybody is sitting there with their hand ties and their lips shielded. When they got 2 eyes like me, 2 ears like me, can see what's going on, can feel what's going on. They probably know people that's dealing with some of the worldly things that's happening right now, and they're not saying nothing. On any platform. They have the social medias, they've got the fan base, the pool, the presence, the clout, and even if they did say anything, you've made your millions. You are actually good, so you could talk, but you choose not to. It's really making me question who we actually put in pedestals for real. It really is. It really is. I'm just saying. I can't believe that our podcast that we've grinded from zero. There was a point in time when we had 0 subs. And we were putting in the work, excuse me. And we're here now.
We're here with all 5 of y'all.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yo.
I don't mind how many people it is, because in my brain, we did something good. We didn't take the platform that we built from nothing and told you lot rubbish. I want you lot to pay attention. We're not sitting here talking about Love Island.
Oh no, he didn't.
I'm going there. I'm saying it. I don't care.
You about to get cast?
I don't care. I don't care about Love
That's
Island.
everyone's favorite.
Not on this podcast, it's not.
I mean, it's not our favorite. I'm saying it's everyone else's favorite.
It's good. You lot are welcome to watch a shoot. I'll watch it. I'm not using my platform to talk about a distraction, to talk about rubbish.
Oh. In the bin?
Why?
Damn.
Give me a reason why, after grinding for so long, I should go and talk about rubbish like Love Island, when 12 years ago it was Big Brother, and I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Damn, and he wants to be a millionaire, and you know, Anton Deck, Saturday Night Live, and all of this.
Oh, the person who killed someone and still has his job on TV? That guy? The drunk driver?
Bro. Like, really deep it. Before then it was Gladiators, it was Robot Wars. Like, think about the fact that people built up all of this stuff and they're not even giving you lots your time's worth. Are we forgetting that we've been wasting our time listening to that idiot Boris dictate when things are gonna open up again? I remember when he first started making public announcements. Man, my phone would not stop pinging at the beginning of this virus, bro. My phone would not stop pinging. Yo, make sure you watch. 3 months later, nothing.
Yeah, he's got good PR team. They're clever.
I'm just saying, like, there's so many people that you lot are subscribed to and they're not even giving you lot information. Sadly, some people don't even want to hear about this stuff. Some people prefer the distraction. Red pill, blue pill. Mm-hmm. Right? I would rather build our platform up, and you've seen us. We can do, if we really wanted to blow our channel up in a particular way, we could do reactions every week, talk about all the ratchet stuff all the time, right?
The baby situation.
Throw people under the bus, like, and just do all of the stuff that you lot say y'all like, but we giving you lot this red pill. We're giving you lot this right frequency. You lot need to hear this stuff. I'm so sorry to tell you lot, but the president is a liar.
Who, Boris?
Yes.
UK.
Him, his team, and everybody else feeding in, sitting down there, not saying anything, are contributing towards the lie.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can go to the monarchy of the country that's on the money that we grind so hard for, her face is on it. I don't know how you stare at someone like that, regardless of whether I actually like them or not, because my beef is with the ancestors and all of the people that they killed in order to get gold that ain't theirs and put some of it in museums and sit on it and parade as if it's theirs, as if they done something. My beef is historical. It's with her ancestors and everybody and all the wealth that you generated off of the backs of
benefiting off it.
Yeah.
She's choosing to.
Off of the backs of my people, them, that was just trying to defend themselves. So imagine they took something that my people choose to defend themselves with and y'all put it in museums. It got nothing to do with you. It's not related to you. But because you went over there and took it, you feel the need to put it in a museum.
On display.
On display.
And charge.
And we gotta go pay to go see that. But if we was to waltz up in there and be like, give us our stuff back.
You get arrested for stealing.
And then you write this down on a piece of paper that's illegal to take something that was illegal back then, but y'all coined it spoils of war. My beef is with her on that level. Right? But I wouldn't lie to her face.
Integrity, that's why. Boris,
I don't understand how y'all can back someone that can do something like that. I don't understand that. That don't make sense to me. Every newspaper was on his behind. Matt, what's the name? Matt Hummett, the guy that stepped down? What's the name?
The Playboy.
Everybody was on him. He had to step down.
Playboy.
He had to. I think they just released. I think they just had to. I think they just was like, let's just put this out, see how he moved, and if he don't, then we're gonna put the real thing. I think there was way more.
Oh, you think they forced his hand?
Oh yeah, what? Oh yeah.
I've seen a couple little feel near the photocopier, bro.
Wild.
Office behavior.
Like there's like one of the highest watched viewed nations ever.
Yeah, we have the most CCTV, especially London.
This is wild. Like you would think as somebody that is in Parliament and is in one of the hierarchies that they would know that.
You would think. You would.
These are the people making decisions that affect our daily lives, by the way. Just to let y'all know. They're the ones deciding whether we have privileges or not, that we need. And I'm even using the wrong word. Benefits, because privileges are for people that already have. We talking about people that don't have. But y'all will tell me I need to go and watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta because somebody slapped somebody else. I'm going. So because somebody slapped somebody else, that person's gonna go make a diss record about the slap, and then that's gonna blow up. It's gonna hit World Star, and now she's a superstar because of some ratchet shit like Cardi B.
Hey,
I'm going there. Let's really keep it real, man. I'm going there today because I've had enough.
I came out no.
I'm going there today, man. Because that's how she blew up. She blew up because she threw a shoe at someone.
Not the boss.
What?
BunDat yellow. That's the wannabe. Ladies anthem.
Ladies anthem. Cause he knows. This is somebody this is somebody that writes for a living. He know where that came from.
I don't know the words.
He know where that came from, but they will never admit it. If she herself said it was inspired by Kodak Black, and he had a song, and it wasn't called BunDat Yellow, it was called something else, and she literally hopped on his wave and blew up. And before then, she was making internet videos on Twitter, talking about the ratchet stuff that she did.
I'm a stripper.
Right? And prior towards that, she was on, what was it, Love and Hip Hop, I think it was Miami, or one of them. Not Miami, I think it was Love and Hip Hop New York, or one of them. One of the Love and Hip Hops. And everybody was hype about how far she took her shoe off and threw it at someone. Even the camera said go. That's who you lot made a superstar, along with her team that are eating good.
Would you rate the business though?
Well,
she could have still been on the pole like both girls.
I respect her.
No, she's good for life.
This is what I will say. I respect the people that were in her ear saying, "Yo, jump in the studio, we got you." The all them people that you don't see that is responsible for making her sound the way she sounds every time, right? And the people that took her and said, "You have a personality, we can market you, get in the music industry,"
and a fat ass,
right? That she paid for. Them.
I'm just saying they're not paying. No one's paying to see the personality. For the fat ass.
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Like my point is, there was a way for her to jump in, and she took advantage of.
She doing that thing, man.
You lot gonna call me sexist. You lot gonna say I hate women.
I don't think you're sexist.
All you
giving her prop. You're giving her roses.
All them feminists is gonna jump. You know, because this is what they do, and I get in trouble for this in real life. Oh, you hate women and.
No, you're giving her props. You're saying she marketed herself well. Now she's set for life.
They're gonna twist it.
That kid might be set for life.
They always do this.
Depending on
they twist it.
How her business ventures are.
The reason why I brought up all of this stuff is, imagine that's what people would rather watch than us sitting there telling you, watch your health, look after your body, don't listen to these lies and these people that will sit there and trying to lead you into a burning house of fire. Again, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King tried to tell us in the 60s that don't trust these people. We tried to link up with them and they screwed us and literally killed us. Don't listen to anything that they say. And here they are again in 2021, all them years later, still doing the same thing, trying to tell us how to live life, trying to tell us what to do with our body, and trying to tell us that if we don't take this stupid ass thing, that we can't work, we can't travel, we can't do anything. When it was our human right to do that as long as we are generating income on our own back. They ain't the ones sitting down doing all them hours, we are. So how can you tell me whether I can still do that or not? Are you not peeping how ridiculous this is? So don't talk to me about Love Island, bruh. I don't want to hear that rubbish. I think this is more important. And I'm not even saying I don't watch it, because yeah, I laugh at it. I'm not going to get on my platform and talk about it though, when people are dying. So,
BunDat podcast.